Hi, I'm Beth. Welcome to my channel, Mindful Yoga with Yogi Betsy. That's me. This is a video in my Lunchtime Yoga series. So these are a series of short, all standing yoga videos that you can do anywhere at work or anywhere else. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need any special yoga clothes. I would suggest that you maybe kick off your shoes and have bare feet if at all possible. And you don't need any props. So this particular routine is designed to help you concentrate more, to focus better. And we're going to do that by adding a little bit of focus on your left and your right side, and maybe help you concentrate on doing two things at once. Hopefully that will add a little energy boost and a little bit of much needed focus to your workday. Are you ready to get started? Again, you don't need anything to start. Get yourself comfortable. Find both feet touching the ground. Take a moment to feel your feet on the ground, and even if you're wearing shoes, really try to get the sense of your feet being grounded. We sort of center here and land here in our space. Your legs can be about hip width apart. Perhaps you'd like them narrow or a little wider. I think I'll take a little wider stance today. Our first movement, we're going to do the arms, we're going to add a little bit of legs, and then we're going to coordinate with breath. So you can see how there's a lot of focus going on. So we'll start small. We'll start by doing a little arm swing. We're going to cross one arm in front, reach up and around. And then as you come back down, cross the opposite arm in front, reach up and around. So this is our starting move. Each time the arms come forward, crossing the other arm in front, that's the little bit of focus. As you come back up, opening them wide, drawing your shoulder blades together on the back. And then you see as I come down, I'm kind of doing a little knee bend, a little pump in my legs. So let's do a few rounds of this. And if you can pick up a little speed, do that. We start with a little bit of a move to energize, to wake ourselves up. So I said we would add the breath to this. And if you catch me not crossing my arms, I'm not concentrating enough. So keep crossing your arms, one and then the other in front. So the little breath addition is going to be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you can do in through your nose and out through your mouth, or in and out through your mouth. If you've been moving the whole time with me, your arms might be feeling a little tired. That's good. Let's do about 5, let's do 6, because we're doing one arm and then the other. 6 more rounds. I won't be talking. I'll just be breathing. Ready? Let's start. I think I lost my count there. That's fine. However many you did, that's great. Take a moment then with your feet under your hips. We call this basic stance mountain pose. Breathe here for a moment. You'll notice I was sighing the breath out, making a little noise if you can, wherever you are, can really be helpful for energizing and relaxing at the same time, activating our vagus nerve system. All right, that was move 1. For move 2, you might have felt a little opening across your shoulders there. We're going to do a little shoulder neck opening. So reach behind you. And then you'll clasp your right wrist and move it to the left. Now, if you can't comfortably reach your wrist, clasp wherever you can hold. Or, my jack is getting in the way here, you can interlace your 2 hands and move them to the left. Notice which finger you have, which index finger, which thumb you have interlaced on top as you do this. And again, it's already a lot. Or if you're grabbing, just notice where you're grabbing. If you're holding forearms, again, notice which forearm is on top. So whatever you're doing, bring your hands around to your left side. If your elbow is out like this, just draw it behind you to activate the shoulders a little bit more. So that may already be a lot. Last little bit here is to take our head, so ear towards shoulder on that same side. So if you're mirroring me, you're dipping your left ear toward your left shoulder. And then maybe starting to feel a little bit of stretch on the right side of the neck. And this one, we just breathe for a few moments. Breathing in and out through the nose gives us some access to breath. Maybe you breathe in with a little bit of an audible sound if that works for you. One more full breath on this side. Now before you release, you might have to look down and remember which hand or arm you had crossed on front. Shake your arms out a little bit to the sides or in the back of you. Take your arms behind you again, and then I'm wrapping my one arm behind my back to get it over to my side, and I'm interlacing, but I want to make sure I interlace the opposite thumb and finger on top, or if you're holding, have the opposite forearm on top this time. So this little left-right switching causes our brains to have to work a little bit more, stimulating them a little bit. And then remember, if this elbow is out, trowel it back to help engage your shoulder blades, and perhaps you feel that stretch along your collarbones, along the front when you do that. And then let your ear start to just gently come to the shoulder. No need to force. I know this side of my neck is tight, so I can already feel this. And we breathe. Let's take one more breath. Even an act as simple as drawing your attention, your focus toward your breath also helps you engage. It helps us to be more mindfully engaged in our surroundings. That will help you at work at any time. All right, the next one, this is going to incorporate some neck and shoulder stretch, and I think it can feel really good. We're going to stretch our arms out, and your hands can feel as if you have light bulbs that you're holding. And we're going to do a little light bulb exercise, a little functional movement. So reach both arms out in a T-type shape. It's fine if the arms are a little bent or straight, whatever works for you. Have that little feeling as if you're holding light bulbs or maybe a doorknob. And then we're going to roll the shoulders forward, turning the light bulb in one direction, and roll it back, turning the other direction. Oh, this feels really nice. If you're like me and spend a lot of time during your day over a laptop or a phone, this can feel really good. All right, but we have to activate our brains, our concentration, our focus a little bit more. So now you can start with whatever arm you want. We're going to turn one hand forward as the other goes back, and then go the opposite direction. So a little bit more brain engagement. We're asking the left, right hemispheres of our brain to work together. Whenever we do that, we stimulate more pathways. We activate our ability to focus and pay attention. If you'd like, you could take a little bit more movement into this. As your palm goes up on one hand, you could take a little look up. And then as the other hand twists and goes up, thumb points back, go that way. And you can see I'm letting my shoulders come into it, so I am intentionally getting an arm bend and come into that a little bit more. Or you can keep it pretty upright. It just depends on which parts of the body needs to stretch for you. Let's take a few more. You can even take a little side bend into this if you'd like. Last few on each side. Last one. Okay, let your arms float down. Maybe you feel some tingling. That can be a good sign that you're starting to move the energy, move the actual blood flow in there. Okay, we're going to do a second light bulb exercise. This one is going to add a little balance. Now you have the option here, if you have something sturdy in your office, a little step stool, an actual step. I have a yoga block here. You have the option of doing a step up into your balance or not. So I'm going to show both with and without. So without the step, I'm going to turn sideways here. We'll step the right foot forward, reach the right arm up, lean the weight into the right foot, and it's as if you're changing the light bulb on the ceiling. You start to lean into the right leg and maybe get a little lift in your back leg as you reach. And then if you want, this is going to make you a little more shaky, you can do that light bulb movement twisting your wrist, twisting all the way from the shoulder. Remember, we have to turn the old light bulb out, the new light bulb in, and come back down. So we'll do that 3 times. The second time I'll show on the block. Hopefully I'll be able to stay up there. You can do it again on the floor. Again, if you have a really sturdy book or something that can be flat on the ground, you can try this. So same thing, but this time we step up, have a bend in your front knee. Get ready to reach with the same arm, and this time you'll get a little bit of lift. And you can choose to let the back leg trail behind you, or maybe raise it a little bit. And then I'm already, you can see, more shaky now that I'm on this block. Screw your light bulb in and out. It's okay to be shaky. And when you're ready to come down, we'll do it one more time. I think I'm not going to screw my light bulb this time because this is a foam block. It has a lot of movement to it. So last reach on this side. Find a lift in your back leg. I'll just give that light bulb a little tighten here. And then come back down. All right, of course we have to do the other side. So if you are using the prop, either turn your body around or turn the prop around. And it's going to be our left foot this time. I'll show you the first one without the block, just like I did last time, and then we'll do 3 total. So step forward with your left foot. Let your weight start to lean into that foot. You can see already I'm unweighting my back heel. Reach your left arm up. And we're trying to get long, so we are leaning over a little bit, but remember, you're reaching that light bulb up on the ceiling, trying to get length into the front body. And when you feel nice and long, lean forward into your left leg enough so that the back right leg lifts a little bit, or maybe a lot if you like. Screw in the light bulb, loosen it a few times, tighten it a few times, and then come down. And we'll try that with the block if you're using it. You can even use something like a cushion that's less stable, not to do an actual light bulb, but to practice your balance if you'd like. All right, step up and reach. Let the back leg come up. Turn the light bulb a few times. Come back down. Last one, and of course if you have a wall here like I do, when you reach up, I'd be facing the other way, but you can also add a little bounce of your hand against the wall. All right, last one. Lift the back leg. You can point or flex the back foot. Reach with the front arm. Can you get a little more reach? And then turn the light bulb in. That light bulb's pretty far away. All right. And then we step off, step down, move away from your prop if you were using one. Our last little movement is going to be with wide legs. So take your feet wide, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, or if you want to go a lot wider than shoulder width apart, depending on what you're attired in your non-yoga attire. We're going to do a little bit of a twist or a windmill. Now you might have done these in gym class. There's some real utility to twisting the body, wringing the body out a little bit. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to reach our arms out. So you're in this big sort of X-ish shape. In fact, you can take an X if you want to reach your arms more up. And then we'll start with hinging right from our hip creases, right from where the legs meet the hips. So we want to get some degree of closing the door of our torso closer to our legs. And then you can either stay there if this feels like plenty of work for your body, or you can start to twist from the belly bone up, reaching one arm down to maybe it's your thigh, your knee, your ankle. Come back up through the middle, all the way up, and we'll go the other side and we'll do 3 on each side. So this is our first one to your left side. Remember, unwind through the middle, come back up, 2 more each side. So we'll go down first, then twist, then reach. You can reach that front arm out as you come up, spin back through the middle and up. Maybe you're feeling some of this in the back of your legs. Halfway, reach over, spin back around, come back up. Last one per side. Hinge forward, reach, And perhaps after doing a few of them, you get a little bit more range in your reach. Last one. Back center. Come up. You can step your feet in. That was it. I hope you like this practice. I've done a number of these quick lunchtime routines that you can try in the office, or maybe you just need a mindful meditation break today. Do whatever you like. Comment down below to tell me what worked for you so I can do more of that. Have a great rest of your day.